Hello everybody, it's William here. Welcome to my channel. So if you're new here, welcome. This channel is all about programming, about game development, about app development, about the incorporation of artificial intelligence, augmented reality, VR, something like that. So yeah, anything that interesting about technology. So I'm going to cover that. So you're watching a series of video about AR app development using the Reality Kit and the AR Kit. And yeah, you are watching an episode, I think maybe 9 or 10, something like that. So I don't remember that. So yeah, before we continue, I have a small favor to ask you guys. As you guys can see, I'm a small YouTuber and I'm trying to apply for YouTube partner program, and it really helped me a lot if you subscribe to my YouTube channel right now and give this video a thumb up. And I update video every day. I'm really hardworking. Thank you so much for your support, and your help will help me to continue my work. Okay, so yeah, let's continue. Previously you already load this guitar model, and I think I'm going to use the Xcode to do that. I use Xcode for building and yeah, demonstrate the model, but I use the Visual Studio Code for the actual code writing, because we can use the great power of Copilot. And yeah, previously we already load this amazing guitar to our scene, and this time I'm trying to load multiple projects to the scene, and I'm going to use this robot. Okay, so let's try to do that. So before we actually do that, I think I'm going to go to the coordinator.swift and to make this model loading process a cancelable process, which means that you can cancel the process while you are actually doing that. The reason for I'm doing that is that because if the model right here can't load, you can cancel that. Okay, so you want to try all that at the background, so the front end won't, the user won't feel anything. They just get a pretty smooth feeling to it. So let's get to it. So basically we are not going to try and else here, but rather I'm going to say this is a cancelable. Okay, cancelable, and means that this can be cancelled. Okay, so yeah, I think the Copilot just automatically give me some code model entity load model async. That's exactly what I want. Name, I definitely don't want that name, but let's just use it as a boilerplate code, and I'm going to use guitar as well, and sync receive completion. So receive completion, load completion in handle error, add child. Yeah, let's just yeah, write everything else inside the thing, because that's not what I think. So I'm going to do that manually. So think, and then if we actually load our model, I'm going to say the load completion in, and then I'm going to if is this case let's dot failure. Yeah, I'm just use Copilot to do that. Failure error would be load completion, and would print that unable to load this model entity because of a certain error. You can even add that because of the error. Okay, and then you just cancel this cancelable. Okay, so pretty simple. If you can't load, you just say refrain yourself and cancelable, and I'm going to say cancel. Yeah, Copilot does not do that, so I might as well just do it myself. Okay, and then we are going to add our child here. Okay, so receivable and model entity in our code, and yeah, model entity You can do that, or you can say it's entity and in, and I'm going to say our anchor add entity to our anchor add child entity. I think just one tab will be fine. Add our entity to that. Because I'm using entity, so I'm going to change that to entity. Okay, so add child entity, and this will ensure your code runs smoothly. Let's try this out. Let's just save it and go back to here and run that. Okay, sorry about that. I haven't declared the cancelable first, so I need to go back to, I think, the top of here, and I'm going to declare a variable called cancelable. So cancelable, and I'm going to use ending cancelable able. Okay, ending cancelable. So yeah, so you can actually find it. Okay, we get our AR app up and running, and let's try this out. Scan the surface and tap. And we got the Fender guitar here. Tap, another guitar, tap, another guitar, tap, another guitar, another guitar. Yeah, lots of guitar. Yeah, that's crazy. But it really worked, and everything runs so smoothly. Okay, so I think we can continue to the next step to add multiple project to our multiple entity to our project. So let's add multiple objects to our to our I don't know how to say it, VAR scene, something like that. Yeah, so let's just do that. So if you want to get multiple model, let's load that first, and then add that later. So I think consolable sync. Yeah, by the way, if you don't know how this works, is that basically the thing is just you need to import combine to use it, because it can help you to process data, and you want to process data in the background. So this is sort of a boilerplate code in async modeling, async loading. Okay, so yeah, you don't need to worry too much about that, as long as once you load the multiple project, you go this boilerplate code, and you can just do it. So let's just we got a cancelable and load model async. We got the first robots here. This is just the code that tested. You can get a guitar here, so as the original code here, and then you are going to append yeah, let me just save it and go back to here, so we can better write my code. Okay, so I'm going to append model entity load async, so loads sort of multiple times, and I think it's called load async, something like that. Not load model async. Okay, so I'm going to change that. Load async guitar, and I'm going to load our robots, and think it's just the async loading. Load completion, and if there is failure, you can just say we can't load models, and then cancel and add child. So if you just add this, will just overlap all together, and you won't be able to loop all this model. So in this receive value, I'm going to get all these entities. So I'm going to make it plural, and then I'm going to loop it. So I'm going to get a basic value. I think first is the guitar, and the second maybe, yeah. Let me just make it to the left or to the right. It's a var, and x-axis is left and right. So I'm going to x-axis and I'm going to say this will be a float, and first start with open O, and I can add that from there. So we're going to loop all these entities because it's already become an array of entities, and I'm going to loop it for each loop for each entity in, and I'm going to get that entity, and I'm going to add the position of that entity, and I can just make it position something like this. Okay, and then I'm going to say I got our anchor, and add children, add the entity to this place, and then when you loop to the next entity, you're going to change the x-axis to maybe, I think because I think the guitar is pretty wide. I can't see the guitar this way. Let me just go back to our guitar, and yeah, of course you can't possibly just you just can quickly look at it, but you can just measure it. So I think maybe 0.5 is pretty good guess. So I'm just 0.5. Okay, so sort of make it separated, and then we don't need this anymore, so just delete it and add our anchor. Yeah, sing add anchor. Yeah, pretty much that's it. And go back to it. Let's test it out to see whether we can add two entities to our scene. Okay, another miss. I did not add the dot collect at the end of it. So basically, if you want to make it a sort of array, and you're going to add dot collect to make the loading of guitar as well as robots into sort of a stream that into array. So when you want to get this loop and loop all these items, entities in the array, you can do that. So you need to turn that array first. So don't forget to add collect. You can add this way or this way. I tend to add it this way because it sort of give you a sort of a uniform feeling. Okay, so yeah, and then let's use a QuickTime player to test it out. Alright, I got my QuickTime player, test it out, and let's tap it. Okay, we got our guitar. Pretty good, right? And at the right side, I think just half a meter wide, we got our robot. With a cute robot here, and it works pretty good. So yeah, I think we achieved what we set out to do. And thanks for you guys for watching, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. It really help my my application a lot, because I want to get this channel monetized. I need to apply for YouTube Partner Program. Thank you so much for your support, and I will see you at next video. Bye.